preseason football on EA Sports. Coming up next, we've got what should be a good one between the Denver Broncos and the Seattle Seahawks. I'll see you again at halftime as we preview some of the action coming up on Sunday. But for now, it's Thursday Night Football. And on the call, as always, it's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Coach. We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Denver Broncos. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here we go in a rematch of Super Bowl 48. The Seahawks and Broncos are underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the only six-time Super Bowl champion in league history. In his 20th season now, Tom Brady.
And we keep hearing from people who are waiting to see the drop-off in his play. I'd quit worrying about it. I'd quit looking for it. He says he wants to play until he's 45. Is there any reason to doubt him? His skills have shown no sign of declining.
This is Joe Mixon, fourth in the NFL in rushing last season. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now the fourth-year man from Utah, Devontae Booker. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Brady now to throw. Slant route caught by Edelman. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. On the delay, it's Mixon. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who could make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert into being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy, it's been good.
2nd and 5 now. Brady, this is caught by Antonio Brown. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 23.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover one. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
Wait, set, 29, Alpha.
On first down, Brady. And he whips that one incomplete there. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, and that'll bring up 2nd down. The Seahawks, here's their defensive lineup.
Michael Kendricks is an inside linebacker who can roam sideline to sideline and make plays.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Brady. Got a man. It's Brown. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Brady going to throw. And that will be incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete.
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Here come the Seahawks and their offense now under veteran head coach Pete Carroll. They're led onto the field by their quarterback, a man who's made quite the name for himself in the NFL, and that's Russell Wilson.
And when I think of Russell Wilson, I think not just of the big plays that he's made, and those are considerable, but when they were made. 4th and 26 in a Big Ten championship game against Michigan State when he was with Wisconsin. A big completion helped lead his team to a victory. A big 4th down throw for a touchdown in an NFC championship game against the San Francisco 49ers. When the chips are down, this guy plays at a big level.
Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The All-Pro Von Miller there defensively. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
4th down, and out is the All-Pro punter from a year ago, Michael Dixon, to punt for Seattle. Back deep, Antonio Brown. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. He could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout here, as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back.
Wait, set, 380.
Check 55 to Mike. Let's go, let's go.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Brady. And he fires one incomplete. He was looking for Jack Doyle that time. And it's 3rd and short. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to our 3rd and 3. Brady's throw on 3rd down there is incomplete.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a 1st down. Threw a fastball when that wasn't necessary. Incomplete pass. When are these quarterbacks going to learn? You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and
and
now
out.
they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'm trying to do better here. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. And here's a look at the defense for Denver.
Don't worry about the packaging. LaMarcus Joyner may look like a corner, but does his best work as a safety. Great intelligence, great leadership. This guy can be used all over the secondary.
On third down, Wilson. He's going to look deep for more, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to... Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the second time. He gets it away, and I think they'll smartly play keep away here from Brown. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On second down, here's Mixon. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Now Joe Mixon, and the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. This is Royce Freeman, second-year man from Oregon. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. After the penalty, here's Freeman. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. The tackle made by K.J. Wright. First throw now for the backup Carr. And that's complete to the tight end Hireman. And he's brought down just... Working from the gun, it's Carr. And he's got Hireman. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. From 8 yards out, and the Broncos push further out in front. That was a case of practice making perfect. Goal line offense had been their focus while prepping for this one.
Almost as if you go back to training camp, isn't it? You strip it bare, you figure out what you need to make something work on it all week long, and get it done. That's got to feel great for them.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. As Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, here's Penny. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
You ready? You ready?
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Man, that's trash. That's trash.
Petty, a first down carry. Brought down by the cornerback, William Jackson.
He's brought down by William Jackson. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 43-yard line.
A first carry for the converted wideout, J.D. McKissick. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. Now it's the backup Smith. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. Now Rashad Penny. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. They'll run with Penny. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. This pass complete to Reynolds. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. To throw again on 2nd down, Smith. And he can't corral it. Maybe a big missed opportunity there defensively in the end zone. And now 3rd down. Throwing now is Gino. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. John Ursua there to make the grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So that one a long 11-play drive, and it all culminates with a Seattle score. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Here's Carr. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Smith. Wide open receiver, complete. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Will Dissly, 36 yards. And the Seahawks have taken the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Are you looking forward?
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
This will be fielded at the 8. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Got an open man. It's Fumagalli. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. Carr now on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Looking to throw again on second down. Carr, that'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Carr, pitch and catch complete to Hireman. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. Carr now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Carr. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. So on now is Brandon McManus. He has hit from as far away as 57, but that was in Denver. This will be from 56 yards out. He's got the leg, but it's no good. He missed it right. So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports halftime. Probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener. This is taken at the 3. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. He's going to sling this deep downfield and unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. It's been a struggle for him accruing yards in this game passing the football. So there he said, hey, I'm going to try to chuck it deep, but another incompletion.
Has to be a little bit frustrating because of what you just described. It's been a struggle for him here in the second half, hoping for one big shot to get him out of the doldrums.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
Max 50, Max 50. Quit talking about it.
From the gun now on 3rd down. Carr got a man. It's complete. Williams. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Let's go, baby.
The Bronco first down there. 12 yards on the play.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. This is Freeman. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. To throw his Carr. He completes this to Sutton. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he's got his target. That's more. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
They'll run with Booker. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Play action. Now it's Carr. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 35. Carr will come up here with a 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in.
We play to win.
23 yards on the play.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Carr now 13 out of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a first down. On the carry, it's Booker. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Carr. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Here's Carr to throw. And he's got the hook up to Moore. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They'll try and run it in with Janovich, the fullback. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Broncos have retaken the lead.
I like a fancy playbook as much as anyone, but sometimes certain situations, they just call for doing the basics.
That's what they did. Gave it to the big boy, and he got in for 6. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
From the 35 on second down, Smith. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Now Gino, and that is incomplete. Now here's Michael Dixon. He's been terrific so far. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
Let's go. Let's do this.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports.
Now, you ready? Crunch time, defense.
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 19.
Freeman again. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. On play action, it's Carr. He's got his man. It's Williams. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Big hook up there. Forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the draw, this will be Freeman. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A Bronco 1st down there, 12 yards on the play. Throwing on 1st down is Carr. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And that's complete to the tight end Hireman. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Now a play fake. Carr. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Moore. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 14.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st down in field goal range already. To throw, it's Carr. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Back to the running game. It's Freeman. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll run it. This is Booker into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. This Seattle defense, they haven't broken yet. Coming up here on a 3rd and goal situation. Throwing now is Carr. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in about the time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
Touchdown. Brandon McManus lining up for the extra point.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Extra point from McManus is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it ends with a Denver touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So all eyes on this Seahawks offense. Down 24-14. And time, a huge factor. You can't say the preseason isn't interesting. This has been great as they come up 1st and 10. Now Smith. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Derek Wolfe popping in for the sack. After the sack on 1st down, Smith, he finds Ursua. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Smith. And that will be incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
And I think we'll probably see them go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. Coverage there by the former 1st-round pick, William Jackson. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 23-yard line.
Carr down to a knee, and that ought to just about do it. So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the 2nd half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.